I probably shouldn't share this, but what the hell. I was at the gym today, 50 minutes into my workout, and the staff at the gym came. They said, we need to talk to you. I got off the treadmill. I went to the back room. At first, I thought it was going to be about payment or... I didn't really know why they wanted to talk to me, but obviously anytime, two staff members want to talk to you, you're nervous, because that's scary. Well, they said, some woman, I guess it was a woman, it could have been a man, but somebody said you were covertly recording people, or they suspected you might have been. Do you mind opening up your photos, which I did. And obviously I wasn't recording anyone. I wouldn't do that. And that's what I said to them. I said, hey, look, I come to the gym to work out, to get in shape. I wouldn't record somebody. I think the reason they might have suspected I was doing something nefarious, which I wasn't, to reiterate, was because the button that turns off the screen is broken. So I'm constantly fiddling with it. And it might look like I'm doing something suspicious. And I rarely put my phone in my pocket, and I'm constantly texting. So maybe it looked like I was doing something suspicious, but I wasn't recording anyone. Why would I do that? I'm not nefarious. I'm not a pervert. So I said to the gym, I opened up my photos. Unfortunately, there was a photo of me lounging on this very chair in jeans, but it was a little bit of a spicy picture, but I just said, hey, look, I wouldn't record anybody, I wouldn't, do anything illegal like that. And, they said, okay, we just needed to investigate, somebody suspected something might have been going on, we needed to investigate, and they did. And I told them I wasn't doing anything wrong, I wouldn't do anything like that. And as I was leaving, I said, hey, look, I think the reason is because I'm constantly holding the phone in my hand and one of my buttons on my phone is broken. I think that's the reason they suspected I did something. He's like, yeah, no, we see you every day. I said, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not gonna, and I will. He said, yeah, I know. I gave him a fist bump, and hopefully, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I wasn't recording anyone. I was listening to music and running and walking on the treadmill. But obviously, it bothered me. Somebody was paranoid and suspicious of me, but yeah, I wasn't doing anything.